I'm not playing music either, just so it's easier to like hear and when I'm recording, so I don't have to like try to take out the music. Yes. Gotta get this fucking full screen, baby. All I did was set up my Alc or on the Olvia Academy. Just get that last CP push before they take it away. Damn. So it's just like you can't get on there. That's just what Alfie fucking says. Al Al Alfie's secretly there too. He's just on a different channel probably, right? Yeah. Olakita, yep. Or yeah, this is Ilton, my bad. Oh yeah. This could be so fun. Surely PA will like, come out with a uninvest all. Hell no, dude. This would be too complex for their brain. Yeah. I mean there I mean there's yeah. There's normally reasons why like typically grinders only have like 400 CP. There's always a reason. They're like, nah, they're like, wait, overnight? What is that? I don't leave on my PC. Fishing pole. But you can make so much money per day just from nodes. It's insane. Like you can make like 500 mil just every day, which is a lot of money, over time. Liking these yellow workers, hell yeah. Started hiring them. Nice. Yeah, I was gonna say like if we did a notepad, you could be like, all right, Velia, I need three giants and I need okay. Yeah, true. I think it's because you have lodging. Oh wait, never mind. Oh yeah, 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 true. Yeah, I actually can't wait to look at your storages. That's good. I have fun looking at really ugly storages though. Like when I looked at Jimmy's the first time, I was like, "Oh my God, Jimmy, what is this?" Because I helped Jimmy organize his storages. Like his shit was all over the place. Like he had like out. He's done investing because we're gonna like pick out basically the best nodes and then like move through everything. Also assign like workers and stuff like that. It's all good. I could just edit this out. Or maybe I'll keep it in. Say, where is it? Where's the mask, man? Hell yeah. Right, we're almost done. Uh, yeah, what up, Felix? Right now, Pine's on investing out of all his nodes, except like lodging and stuff. And then we're gonna look and see how much how much you have invested in lodging and stuff. Right? We're also gonna see how how your workers look, if they're or if any are like min maxy, or what you could roll if you wanted to min max them. Because like a lot of my workers are like almost done. Like my empire is like so min maxy. So like if you ever do alchemy and you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna roll workers, or, like roll my skills. It's all good. I'm yeah, I'm sure PA will eventually they'll keep improving on the worker. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Welcome to Black Desert Online Shooter. Oh, yeah, yeah, Bolakita. And then you still have what? Adani and Land of Morning Light? I'll probably end up just editing all this out. Oh yeah, 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 I could speed it up, yeah. Yeah. I should throw in like in the YouTube video like that the SpongeBob 2 hours later, and it shows you're still on investing. You ideally don't want all humans. You just want humans for like the grain nodes. You mainly want giants and like goblins. Dude, I remember when they made these changes with the sacks and stuff, and literally I like tested trace nodes. I like put on a goblin for like 24 hours. How much did I get? I did a human for 24 hours. It was really interesting because the human gave like a lot more sacks, but brought in less traces than the goblin. So it's like, okay. Got, gotta see a Fig. What are you doing, Fig? Yeah, yeah, I know. What up, Jag? He's like, about time. We had or I helped them with party boss splits, and then yep, needed those shy buffs. Nice. You're almost at the old CP cap 500 or 501. Have you pushed any CP since the change with the CP byproducts? Okay. Okay. Do you want to actively do it or no? Okay. I was gonna say like you could farm. Like, do you farm at all? Okay. Uh, yeah, you could put workers on your farms too if you don't want to worry about bugs. Dude. I told you it's probably gonna take us like a bit, which is fine. Yeah, this will be a really. I'm gonna have to do the same thing. Once I get to 600, I'm gonna make a CP guide, and it's gonna be like at least a 2 hour video. I know it's gonna take me forever. Should I roll off humans? I would. I would just use humans for grain nodes. And then the rest you just do goblins and giants. You could type exclamation point nodes and it'll tell you. So exclamation point here, I'll type it nodes, and at the very top it'll tell you. Um, Basically, while he's uninvesting it, it'll bring you up this thing. And to use this, you go to settings, and up here you're gonna pick what server you're on. So if you're NA, EU, Russia, KR, so we're NA. And I'm gonna pick this because this is 7K fame with the merchant ring with the value pack. If you have all that. If you don't, then you can like search for which one you have. Oh yeah, I should gotta put value pack always on too. Yeah, you should be able to click up there and it should tell you. So you still have nodes. Oh, it's pro. Yeah, if it has gold, if it's gold at all, it's connected to something. Yeah, like that, or that one. Hmm. Are you sending, maybe you're sending actually, I don't even know why that's not letting you disconnect it. Let me go check mine real quick. Oh, you got it? Yeah. Oh, it won't let you. I see why, because you have a lodging in there. All right, so we're done. Duvenkern. Wait, go to that Duvenkern one. I want to see it. Because I can show you one that's really, really good. So this costs five. Oh, okay. How many does it give you? Five. Okay. Go to Nampo real quick. I'm gonna show you one, and then you can let me know if you want to get that one or not instead. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'll wait for you. Good old nodes. Kudum. I need to refill my water. Don't you love how long it takes to load the to swap? Yep. All right. So the very first thing we're gonna do is um yeah, click that button. So the very first thing you're gonna want to invest your CP into is the Soul Workshop. That's like the priority. So yeah, basically you're gonna go to the Soul Workshop, and then you want to put giants on those green ones, and then goblins on the yellow ones. Other way. Giants on green. Yep. And that's because the giant gives you more tokens per day um, than the goblins do. So you're mainly doing it because you're trying to get the most tokens. Because more tokens means more like food buffs, basically. Yeah, you just have to select it and then yep, boom. Yeah, and you get one free roll per day. So it depends like what you want. Like which buff do you normally want? You want the item drop rate or you want the XP? Okay. So then yeah, you would just roll for the XP. Do you know how to roll? Hell yeah. Look at all those artisanals. Do you know what those artisanals are? So go to your soul workshop. Cause you, yeah. Well, it's like one of it's like the third one from the food. Yeah, go to the food real quick and then go to the third one. Yeah, artisanal. So basically when you get an artisanal and then you box it or you like process it with your worker, it'll basically be like 90 mil or like 98 mil, almost 100 mil each artisanal you make or you get. So whenever you get those, it's basically 100 mil. Right. So basically every day you'll go to your soul workshop, you'll look, see if you got any like free food buffs or any artisanals. Those are your priority. And if you did get one, then you'll want to swap your worker to it. The yeah, yeah, for the green ones. The green ones will reset. Wait, hold on. Before you start those, hit X. So go to right. So go look at or right click the bottom right. The blue thing. Yeah. So when you right click it, it shows you what the item will use. So we're looking for the artisanals, which I believe is in the middle. So do you see? Yeah, you see how that says clay? Yeah, artisanal clay. So you can make that right now. And it takes so put a goblin on it. Okay. You have to hit X and then hit change workshop at the very bottom left. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you have to left click, I think. There you go. Now you swapped it. And then click on that. Boom, it'll be on it. And then hit start, and it'll be done in 2 hours, 40 minutes. So in 2 hours, 40 minutes, you'll get 100 mil. And now look for all your other artisanals. You'll basically write, yep, there's one. And then you'll want to put a worker, yep. Dokkaebi, yep. Boom. So now you'll have 200 mil in 2 hours, 40 minutes. And 300 mil. Easy money. So the Soul Workshop's really, really good money. This is what every new player should start out with their CP on. Look at that, dude. Just money. Fucking. And then you got. Yep. So you'll always want to clear those artisanals because it's just easy money. Now, to turn in the artisanals, I can show you where the NPC is. You may, if you want to min-max it, you could have like an alt where you just swap your character and then you can like move the items so you don't have to run there every time. But if you escape out of this real quick, hell yeah. Yeah, you got it. Um, you want, yeah, you want or you said you wanted the XP, so yeah, you'll reroll. All right, you didn't get it, so unlucky. It's like a 1% roll. Um, so scroll into, I think it's Yuckjo, like just scroll, or yeah, yeah. Right there where your mouse is, actually, above the storage. Yeah, yeah, that guy, I believe. Um, no, no, down, where the question mark is, yeah. See the question mark above the storage? Yeah, that guy. Yeah, right there. Next to him, next to the question mark, that's where you turn in the artisanals. So that's, oh, you lost it. I'm pretty sure you lose it. I think you lose it if it's dead, but you could try. Alfie's telling you to get shit on. Do 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 do. Yep, just let me know. Okay. See, this is probably gonna take us 4 hours. Yeah. I'm hoping we can get this done by like 2 hours, hopefully. All right. The Soul Workshop? Okay. Now you have that nodes spreadsheet thing or whatever. Okay. So do you want to open that? on your stream. Okay. I just wanted to like show you something in the nodes thing. Oh, like to the node thing. Okay. Cool, cool. So go to settings and okay, so right now, see how it says Russia at the top left? So the oh, okay, go to settings. All right, the very top left it says server Russia. So we'll change that to NA and then your tax. So you'll change the tax to okay. Yeah. There you go. And then if you see how there's like custom prices like in the middle or like bottom area. Yeah. So these are basically this is showing you that it's the server is NA. These are the prices on NA, the current prices. Now, there are some items that we get, like for example, those crystals. They, if you scroll all the way down on this page, um, it's gonna show like 50,000 is the value. Now, what I like to do is I like to change these to whatever the profit of the crystal is. So what I do is I'll just leave it at like 100 mil profit per crystal. So I'll change all those to like 100 mil. Because basically what that means is like whenever the node gives you a crystal, you can go make the crystal for like 100 mil profit. It's basically going to change the price of the nodes, the node value. Well, you could do the math, yeah. You would want to do the math to see like, you know, the crystal profit on all of them. Yeah, it could be like 50 mil. I'm not actually not 100% on it. Um, okay. Yeah, I got you, Alfie. I'm not doing any of the bosses. No. Yeah, I know. I've gotten two of them and 100 stack. Okay. So basically I was so when you click settings on that, you can change that back to NA because it was yours was set to Russia. Okay, there we go. Now changed. Yeah. Okay. Um, all right. So I'm gonna go down the workerman list. This will basically tell us how much money per contribution you can make per day based off NA's prices. So, um, hold on, let me look at yours. Okay. So just go to your empire. No, 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 not on this, like on your actual game. Yeah. Okay. And we're gonna go to Lynch Farm Ruins, which is in Heidel. So this is gonna be, yeah, this will be the number one like money node. in BDO currently with the current economy? Yep, right there. So that's gonna be your first one, and you're gonna want a goblin that at least has 150 work speed. And then also, if you have more than one goblin with 150, if he has really good luck. So you want to try to find a goblin that whose luck's pretty good. Yeah, 16's pretty good. How much work speed? Yep, and he has 153, which is really good. Do you have any better ones, or is that the best one? Yeah, you just want a goblin. I think the 16 is good. Yeah, so and then basically you want to pick whatever town you're doing alchemy in. Okay. So then you'll throw that there. All right, the next one's going to be Bartali Farm, chicken meat, Velia. So we'll go over to Velia. We'll get, yep, boom, invest. And this one you're going to actually want a, if you have giant, yep, giant. And then, okay, and what you're aiming for is at least 100 work speed. Okay. Now you could roll his skills, remember? And also, so click on, so here, go to that 94 for a second. No, no, cancel. I just wanted to show you something right there. Okay, so you see how he says 94? Now look at the chicken meat and go look down where it says work speed. You see how much work speed it says? Yeah, so that's actually how much he has. Even though the sheet shows 94, he actually has 100. And the reason why is because if you look at his skills, the 94 dude, yeah. So if you look, yeah, if you look at his skills, um, so he has work supervisor A, which gives him three more. He has simple C, so that would be four. He has simple A, which would be six. And then that's where he's getting that six, right? So if you had 94 plus six equals 100 work speed. So the skills actually don't count on the sheet. So so you always want to count the skills plus the sheet. Yeah. Yeah, you can get rid of that because he's max level. And you got Thrifty, which does nothing. And then you could yeah, you could put him on there. So and I also want to show you something. So before you put him on there, um look at the level 15 goblin. Yeah, yeah. So see the time where it says 52 minutes? Yeah, that's because he's not at 100. So you see the big difference with 100 versus that. You save 10 minutes, so you're going to be getting more cycles per day. Let me do, I can do the math real quick. Yeah, so like it 24 hours times 60 minutes divided by 42 minutes means he'll do that chicken node 34 times. And if you were to do the other one, which was what, 52 seconds? Yeah, so 52, that guy would only do 27 cycles. So you'd gain like seven more cycles of chicken meat. All right, so now that that's done, we'll go to Glish Ruins Excavation and Glish. Yep, so that's going to be the third best node. And you're going to want to put a goblin on that one from Glish. So if do you have any goblins in Glish? Yep. You can connect that way too. Why is that S? Well, okay. But how do you know we're gonna go there? Like, what if we don't go there? We probably will go there, but like, I would set that up for just do it. Right. Well, you might end up going that way anyways. But so if I go to, yeah, um, the same thing. So 150 and yeah, basically the highest luck. So you're sending a Heidel worker. So you want a Glish worker. Oh, oh, destination. Got you. Okay, cool. Um, all right, let me scroll back up. All right, your next one's going to be the Finto farm in Velia chicken node. So the other chicken node, which is going to be yep, yep. So invest, boom, Finto. Up insufficient energy. Herbal, yep. And this will last like an hour. Like you'll get big ticks per tick basically. So you'll be able to spend a lot of energy basically. So Finto, yep. Fast. And then Velia, you're looking for a giant. Yeah, that's fine. And then Corona. Cool. All right, the next dude's gonna be Unjonga Street, which is in Godu Village or Land of Morning Light, Birch Sap. And let me look real quick. It is, yes, Shell. And wherever you send alchemy at. Yeah, so like, okay. Like the way I have my alchemy storage is like I do alchemy with the timbers. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so like if you hmm, would could you process over there? Like you could well no, so like hit escape for a second, like escape, go to the map again. I'm gonna show you this like yeah, and then at the very top right, there's gonna be three dots, like three human looking icons. Yeah, so yeah, like if you wanted to, you could just move your processing dude over there. You don't have to like okay. So like with Timber nodes, you get alchemy stuff. You get Monk's Branch, you get Red Tree Lump. So if you do put your timber stuff like in a timber storage, you're gonna get all this alchemy shit that you're gonna have to move every time, basically. Unless you don't want to move it like every time. Okay. Um, let's see here. Yep, Finto with the giant. We already did the birch one. So now we got Shuriken Necropolis, which is in Duvinkroon, and a it's hard. Yep, Shuriken Necropolis. Do you have any Duvinkroon workers? Okay. Yeah, you could move your processing stuff too. Ah, okay. Goblin, yeah. If you have any orange goblins, I think. Yep. And then wherever you do alchemy at. It is trace, yeah. You're gonna get like mithril and like a couple mine stuff. Okay, the next one's going to be um Vernianto Farm, which is in Calpheon, and a goblin. So I think that's the north one. Yep. And whatever goblin, like if you have a bunch of goblins, look for the highest luck. 15 is pretty good. There you go. And up, we want to change. Yeah, max. Yep. And then wherever town, you do old wisdom tree for traces. Alchemy. Okay. Okay. Um, and then the next one's going to be Myeongin Hall Excavation, which is Yukjo Street. So Land of Morning Light and Yukjo. I think it's north, a little bit north. It's called Miyagin Hall Excavation. Maybe it's south, I don't know. But it says Yukjo. Yep, there you go. It's all good. And it's gonna be a goblin. Or no, 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 no. It's gonna be a shell folk. That's very interesting. Well, I don't I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Now, do you have like a high oh okay, okay. Yeah, 10 hours damn dude. He'll probably get like 7 levels after that 10 hours. All right, start. It's like half a day. Um all right, the next one's going to be Dong Makul, which is Yukjo Street, and it's a giant or shell folk, and it's fir timber. All right, and then next we have Rua Tree Stub Excavation, which is Keplon, and that's going to be the trace goblin. What are you looking for? Oh, dang. Hell yeah. Cool. That's a good note too. It's like, which one are we doing? You're doing Rua. Yeah, it's 16 mil per day. Did you unlock it? Let me look real quick. Yeah. Just swap to your other. Oh, wait. You have to. Okay, you need energy to. You could grab that herbal wine and just pop it on this dude. I mean, but how are you supposed to get it? You could just wait 10 minutes. Well, I think you spent all your energy yesterday because you get like one, or you would have spent it all a day and a half ago. Here, just go to your, no, go to your alchemy, dude, and just use that one new thing that I showed you, where you can just like move the character to the node. You just have to wait 20 minutes. You'll get used to it. You'll end up loving it. Here, I'll write notes too to go back to it in like 20 minutes, so you don't have to worry about it. So that would be like whenever you end up transferring. So just yeah, map, and then you'll right click that and then pick whatever character you want to move over there. Yeah, there you go. Bam. Okay, and what was that node called? It was like Ruub, I think. Okay. All right. Now we got Golden Pig Cave, which is the Beale vi Village, the Bale Village, Land of Morning Light. It's called um, Golden Pig Cave Excavation. It basically darkness, bitterness crystal. And you'll want to put a, let me look real quick, goblin, and then highest luck. Yep. And then the next one's going to be the decimation one, Debale Village as well, and the goblin. It's called, let me look real quick. Biam Bawi Valley Excavation. Nice, nice. And then your next one's gonna be Ancient Stone Chamber in Velia. It'll be a Trace Node Goblin. Yeah, so you can see like how, so because traces are basically max price on NA, these are like the best nodes in the game. Ooh, that one has a lot of, look at that luck. That thing looks, Grana. Hell yeah. So normally average goblins have like 11 to like 12-ish luck. So that one had 19 luck. So you almost have twice. Yeah, so you almost have like twice as many like sacks as like other players basically. It's really, really good. That's basically like an end game goblin. Like, so the end game goblin would be like you rolling the luck skill level 1 and then getting like really close to like 20-ish luck. All right, the next one's gonna be Mott Goal Village in Buckbow, and it'll be a giant. Buckbow. Yep. Do you have no workers there? If yep. Sounds good. So I'll put okay. Um you could just move her. Yeah, move her. If you want. Yeah. That's your Udary person. Is catching horses still the best XP for training, or should I be making level 2 donkeys into glue? You should be catching horses, yeah. No one does the donkey method, I don't think, anymore. It died with the training change. Wait, I can't see your screen. Hold on. Oh, never mind. It's a black screen. Nah, Traveler's Map. Just tell you. Don't don't you get a bunch too from Oh, I didn't even know that you could use those fake ones. I thought they were actually fake. Dang. No, I still have them. I just didn't know that's what they did. That was like the April Fool's thing, right? Now the chance of you getting a worker right now is very slim since you only have like 30 energy. But your goal is a giant. And you're gonna want to try to hire a yellow giant. Okay, now you probably could get it. Yeah, this is where I trade crates at, Buckbow. Yeah. Yep. They did buff I think a fishing, or maybe it's next week that they're doing it. So that'll be a Buckbow, and let's see if we can get a yellow or yep, and a giant. Ooh, higher. Very boosted. Holy. Um, you'll probably want a goblin maybe next, or maybe a giant. Let me look. Let me scroll down. You'll want a giant if you do get one. Yep. You want the giant, or I mean, not the no, not the giant, the goblin, the Dokkaebi. Yeah, just pass it because you can only hire what, two workers? Yeah, it's like a gamble machine. It took all your RNG on these yellows. Oh man. There you go. All right. Yeah. Okay, so the next one's going to be, let me scroll up a little bit. So we just did Buckbow. And you already put it on or no, not yet? Okay. Yeah, it's basically an iron node, so wherever you put your metals at. Yeah, what up, Keen Midas? Yeah, so I'm recording in my um I can hear. Maybe you guys can't hear, but I can hear. You should be able to hear. How can you not hear? Can you guys hear him? Here, I'm pretty sure you can hear him, right? Right. Yeah, that's because I made it to where you can't hear because Twitch is so, they'll delete clips basically if you have any like type of music playing. Yeah, the VODs you shouldn't be able to hear music or that stuff. But on this you should be able to hear Pine. And then also I'm recording on OBS, so they should be able to hear like when I make a YouTube video. Um yeah, so you pick that and you pick the wherever you put the metals at. Okay. Cool, cool. All right, the next one's gonna be Lumberjack's Rest in Trent with a giant. Bye. Okay. So you will so if you want to, you can like open a notepad and then just put like giant and Trent and then just put that node. Yeah. Okay. And then the next one's gonna be Tooth Fairy Forest and Grana. Tooth Fairy Forest, which is going. Yep, that one's 17 mil per day. Oh, wait, hold on. And you're gonna put a, yeah, giant, a Fatus. Yes. Okay. And then we got Secret Society Mining in Yukjo. And this is going to be a giant. Okay. Yukjo, giant. Secret Society. Yep. You ready for the next one? Yeah, until you change it. Next we have the Fountain of Origin in Duvenkern, and it's a trace node goblin. This is also 18 mil per day. Oh, yeah, and then Brana. Or Old Wisdom, yep. And then the next one's going to be Mancha Forest in Trent, and it'll be a goblin. Yep, that one's 17 mil per day. Mancha Forest, yep, all the way up there. It is a Trent goblin and luck to the trace one. So underneath, yep. Yeah, it's a human. You don't want a human. And then the next one's going to be go to village with the goblin. And that's, yeah, called Doom Ridges Lumbering Pine Node. Pine sap. Might be south, I think. Wait a minute. You might not have it. Um, Doom Ridges Lumbering. Yeah, Doom, as in D-U-M-E. D-U-M-E. Okay, I don't think you have that one. I think it's south of Godu Village. Yeah, it's like somewhere. Let me look on my map real quick. Yeah, it's south, or it's like right next to Huasan Valley, which I don't think. Yeah, you have Huasan Valley. It's like the right of Huasan Valley. Yeah, somewhere like over there. Dooms. It's called Doom's Ridges, and you'll put a goblin from Godu. Okay, next one's Godu Village, Rice, and you'll put a giant from Godu. Grana? All right, and then the next. Okay. And then your next one's going to be Ancient Ruins Excavation Site, which is Tariff, and it'll be a trace node with a goblin. This one should be like 8 CP. from Tariff. Yep. Might have to go higher. Yeah, it was Goblin. Um, let me look real quick. Which one did we do? We did the Rise. We did Tariff. Okay, here we are. Go to Village Rice again for a giant. So there should be like another Rice node. And a giant. If you don't have one, then just put higher, in your notes. Well, you're probably gonna use all your Yuckjo workers, maybe, because we're gonna want to like fire workers and stuff too. Uh, yeah, I would just leave it and then put the note or whatever. Yep, giant. And then the next one's gonna be Ernest Mountains, Hakinza Sanctuary, and and it'll be a goblin. Yep, that one all the way up there. And this one's good. Nice. Cool. And then the next one's going to be Nopsize County Farming, which will be a giant. Oh, you're getting rice. Good old rice. Why is rice so much? Because people use it for, I believe, cooking Imperial. People also use it for the Soul Workshop. It is a giant. Okay, the next one's going to be it's gonna be Honglum Base, Dalbeal Village with a goblin and a pine timber pine sap. So, and then the next one's gonna be Buckbow, Bioli Forest with a giant. Let me look real quick. Yes, you will get both of them, and they're both giants. Okay. And then we got the Xavier Highlands in Eelton, and it's a trace node with a goblin. And whatever, yeah, whatever has the highest luck. Okay. Let me see where I'm at. This one, this one, this one. Okay, and then Mount Ashy Excavation in Buckbow. And it is a trace node with a giant. Mount Ashy. It's like Ashi. And that'll be a, I think it was a giant from Buckbow. Yeah. And then the next one's going to be Nopse Biet County Farming, which is Napa and Napa Seas Biot County, and a giant. And then the next one's going to be Dokkaebi Forest Excavation, a goblin, and Dalbeal Village, which is like that forest node, yeah. And then next we got Godu Village, Napa, Godu Village, giant. And then after that one, it'll be if I'm going, am I going too fast or okay? Then Jianin Farm Lumbering, which is in Keplon, and a giant. It's gonna be a cedar node with sap. Yeah, it should be in Keplon. Jian Farm. So it's like two nodes to the right of Keplon. Yeah, right there, right there. Yep. And a goblin. And then the next one's going to be Dokkaebi Forest Excavation in Dalbeal Village with a goblin. And that, okay. Okay, got you. Then the next one's going to be City of the Dead Lumbering, which is Musgar and a giant. And it's a birch node. Birch tip. I saw that too. So good. Okay. And then we got the Napasa Biot County Farming with the giant and radish. Okay, and then we got Bari Forest Lumbering Cedar and Napasai Biot County, a goblin. So what have you noticed about a lot of the nodes? Like a lot of them is like timbers and like traces. Really just alchemy, right? Yeah, like cooking's pretty bad, right? Like like in the past, cooking mats were all way up and like a lot of people needed cook nodes, but now cooking's like way down, so it's not a lot of the money is like based from alchemy. All right. The next one's gonna be go to village, shell, radish, and it'll be giant. Need giants. Um, all right, the next one's going to be Wanjin Palace Lumbering, which is the giant and fir timber. Yep. But once you're done and it's all set, then you're going to be solid. Because then you won't have to really change it unless the market changes by a lot. Okay, the next one's going to be Biome Bowie Valley Lumbering, and it'll be a maple timber with a giant. Okay, the next one's going to be Ari Palm Forest, Palm Timber, Ari Haza, with the giant. Yep, the coconut. And those are both good to pick up, both giants, both Ari Haza. It's timber and it depends. Okay. Yeah. Like I have a kind of like what do I have? I have like a storage where it's for like all the excess stuff. So like excess timbers that I don't really do anything with, excess cooking that I don't really do anything with. Like example would be like Arihaza meal, coconut pasta, like all these like really special uh unique stuff that I hardly use. All right. Yeah. We'll look at your storages once we're done setting all this up. And you can like give me like a tour of your setup. Okay. It's next to your beer powder, yep. All right. The next one's going to be Ewa's Hill Lumbering, which is Velia. It's gonna be ash sap. Ewa's, yep, yep. Goblin. Um, yeah, you could do luck. Well, I mean, you want 150 work speed, but um, so you typically the one that's way up top would be the shortest time. Yeah, like one's 22 minutes. Yeah. It could be because it could be the movement speed. Yeah. Because basically, once you hit 150 work speed, the work speed doesn't matter. Like you could have like a 150 and like a 178, and it does literally nothing. But if the 160 has like a bunch of movement speed, he like beats out that 170 work speed. All right, the next one's going to be Frozen Halo Gathering, which is purified water at Hakinza Sanctuary. I didn't even know there was a fucking purified water node. What the fuck? Frozen Halo Gathering. I don't e- I don't even think I don't even know. They added it like 1 or 2 weeks ago. Really? I might have to pick it up. How do I search node? What's it called? Frozen? Where did they add it at? Do you have like a picture you could send, Llama, of like where it's at and just like exit? Rock elephant icon. Okay, so they added it where the rock elephant icon is apparently. That that's nice to know. Dang. So it'd be a goblin to get it. What if it's like you need 50 energy to get the note? Cool. Yeah, I didn't even know they added that. I don't even have any purified water nodes. I just go buy purified water. But it looks like we're gonna be grabbing this one. This one's 4 mil per day. Yeah, I can get rid of my. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe I don't need to get rid of my fish one. Yeah, but this one's like pretty decent. What does it connect from? The Great White Spot? Does it connect like that? Or does it connect over here? I'm assuming it's from the Great White Spot. Or actually, we'll know because Pine's going. Right. Man, I didn't even see that in the global notes. Where was it at in the global notes? That's crazy that I missed it. It was probably like very tiny print or something. It was like, oh, by the way, new node. Let's see here, where are we at? All right, we're at that purified water one, which is right here. Okay. And then we already did the Arihaza one. Yeah, I've been trying to roll. I've been trying to get this freaking crate dude done in over here. Oh, there's people. Bam, just like that. Yep. So you'll get the preview. Yep. Nice. It's pretty low CP too. And then you'll put a giant and where we do alchemy. There should be a goblin. Yeah, yeah. Nope. Just goblin. Which you have one. All right. The next one's going to be Pilgrim's Haven mining, sand grain, with the giant. The good old sand grain. Yep. Nice. Yeah. Well, so they when they made this change, because they made a change to giants, like people used to run all goblins and they're like all goblin workers, but then they came out, they buffed giants basically, and it changed like the entire they buffed humans too. They probably need to read, I don't know what they need to do with humans. They need to put value on the sacks. That's what they need to do. Okay, so you did that one. The next one's going to be um, Bizarre Farmland Nutmeg and a giant. And that one is Sand Grain. So I'm pretty sure Bizarre, yep. The nutmeg. Right. Yep. And y'all, yep, cook storage. And then the next one's going to be Haimo Island Excavation, which is in Nampo Moodle Village. It's a trace node and a giant. Moodle Village will be the bottom left one. Yeah. And you're looking for the trace node. And if you have any giant or turtle people. Okay, the next one's going to be Jade Starlight Forest, Rough Jade, and Eelton. And it's going to be a giant. All right, and then the next one's going to be Kaposha Mining and Sand Grain, and it's going to be a giant. The next one's going to be Tungrad Ruins, Excavation, Trace Node, and Asparkin. And a giant. Oh wait, there's two trace nodes, isn't there? Yeah, you'll end up picking them both up. Both giants. Or I mean both goblins. Remember when we had to like take all our characters over to each town to do the workers? I know. Right, goblins. Alright, the next one's gonna be um Yerahid Highlands or Yizrid Highlands. Muz Muzgar, and it's gonna be a cedar sap for giants. Yep. Yeah, you could take them both. And then once you get that one, both giants, then we have coastal cave mining, which is in Velia, and a giant copper. And let me check and just make sure the other coastal cliff. Yeah, you'll end up grabbing the other coastal cliff too. Maybe. I would just wait because I'm basically going down the list. But yeah, if you want to leave it for now. The next one would be abandoned quarry mining, in Keplon and a giant. And it should be, I think, zinc. Okay. The next one's gonna be Dungriyong Cave Mining in Yukcho, and it'll be a giant zinc platinum. Um, yes, both of them, and they're both giants. And if you need to rehire, you could just put them in your notes or whatever. What do you mean? Yeah, just do the notes. It's just easier. Yeah, Yukjo and giants. Dungri Yong. And then the next one's going to be Oz Pass Lumbering, Cedar, and Monk's Branch Calpheon Goblin. Yeah, here's the Rizulka gather spot is right here. Still Coral Grove. Right underneath Nymph. It is a goblin for Cedar, Timber, and Monk's Branch. Let me know if you got it. Okay. Um, all right, and then you already did the Yezerid Highlands, right, with the white cedar. Okay, and then your next ones are going to be figs, Shakatu Giants, right? And both figs you're going to want with giants. It depends where your gear's at, like your how much money an hour do you normally make? And then I can tell you if it's worth it or not. All right. The next one would be Glish Swamp Mining, and that would be a giant. And this would be, yeah, giant and Glish. Okay. And then the next one's going to be Marnie Labs Lumbering Keplon with a giant fir timber. Insufficient energy. It's 3 a.m. for you, Kong. Good morning. It's 3 a.m. over here, too. Ooh, I guess Cinnamon's up. Is Cinnamon up a little bit? Um, you are on Keplon, Fir Timber, Marnie's Lab, a giant. All right, next one's going to be Kasula's, huh? Oh, Kasula's farm cinnamon farming. Tariff. It's gonna be cinnamon. And that'll be a, let me look real quick, a giant. And that would be like cooking. Next one would be Sherikhan Iron Mine Excavation, Eelton. It's going to be a trace quartz node with a goblin. Then the next one will be Valencia Plantation, Daypalm, and it'll be Valencia City with a giant. And then the next one will be Bamboo Valley, Shakatu, a goblin, and Freaky. It might be, I think it's north a little bit. Yeah, right there. Yep. I've been selling. I've already sold like probably like 3 million. Yeah, Goblin. And then the next one's going to be Bartali Farm Potato Farming, Potato and Velia. And that one is going to be um, a giant. Okay. The next one's going to be Iris Cannon Lumbering, which is Elder Tree Timber and Shakatu, a giant, which I think is north of that freaky node. Yeah, Iris Cannon, Shakatu. Next one would be Naruda Plain Lumbering, which is Acacia Asparkin, giant. Yeah. Yep. All right, next one's Duvinkroon, Farmland Barley with a goblin. All right, next one's going to be Veterans Cannon Lumbering Elder Tree Altanova and a giant. Veterans Cannon. Yeah. Okay, the next one's gonna be Abandoned Iron Mine, Altanova with a giant. Probably, yeah. What is it, Altanova? Yeah, you'll probably end up getting that one. Okay. And then you got Coastal Cliff Mining, Velia, Goblin. All right, your next one. All right, next one's gonna be Gugwi Cave, Mining and Yukjo Street, a giant and copper node. Yeah, I think it'd be worth getting 2K mastery. Dang Forest, or it's called Dang Forest Mining, Zinc Plat, Zinc Platinum, Yukjo Street, and a giant. Okay. Like completely out on all your characters? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. See how much CP or how much CP you have left. Um, The Dang Forest one. Yeah. And then the next one's going to be Darkseeker's Retreat, Mining, Iron, Muzgar with a Giant. All right. Next one's going to be Iris Cannon Gathering, Nutmeg, Shakatu, Goblin. Next one's going to be Northern Heidel, Quarry Mining, Copper, with a Giant. Really? Shoot. Yeah. Shoot, I did. Um, you can, yeah. Or actually, no, it's a giant, not a goblin. My bad. All right. Next one's Bree Tree Ruins Lumbering. For now it says copper, but you can grab the iron one because I think it's 1 CP, right? Yeah. Next one's going to be, give me a second. Okay, we did northern. Nice. Bree Tree Ruins Lumbering Birch and Calpheon Goblin. All right. Next one's going to be Duvenkroon Farmland Farming Corn, and it's going to be a human. Yeah. Is a human an option? Okay. I'm gonna actually make a change to. I'm gonna change something. I'm gonna change Thujus to 40. Like I'm gonna change its value. Because I think it should be higher than what it is on the market. Right. So it could possibly bring up the value of yeah, let me see. Yeah, okay. Cool. So you're actually gonna want to get that node. Duvin Karun, Goblin, the Thuja node. Dorman Lumber Camp. Oh shit. Hello? Oh, okay. Your bot like left the room. I don't know if it did it, but it left the room. Okay. There it is. Uh Duvenkern, Goblin, Dorman, yeah, Duvenkern. It's called Dorman Lumber Camp. It's basically the Thuja node. Yep, that one. Yeah, it does cost a lot of CP. But it's pretty good. It's 9 contribution. It's pretty decent because like Thuja's starting to go up, like Thuja Timber and Thuja Planks. Yeah, these are like starting to skyrocket up. Goblin. Nice. Goblin. And you'll send that to your either alchemy or your timber storage or whatever you do. Uh, okay, got you. Yeah, cool. Oh, like the free artisan? Goblin, doing nice. And then, right, it'll be some nice drip. Um, Especially if you like self make your own harmonies. We got, yeah. Let's see here. We did the Calpheon one. We did the Duvenkroon corn. We got Lake Flounder mining, Nakor, Grana, Giant. Grana, and it's called Lake Flounder mining. Yep, right there. Giant, yep. And then we got barley at Calpheon with a giant northern wheat plantation, which I'm pretty sure you already have that connected. Yep. Wheat and yeah, you can just grab all of them actually. And then that'll be giants for all of them. Paprika you would send to your cooking. And then wheat, same thing, cooking. Do you like the workers that you put on there? Giants, yeah. Okay. Um, Next one will be Northern. Okay. All right. The next one's going to be Phobie Cabin Lumbering for Timber for Sap. Yeah, Calpheon, Giant. Or not Giant, a Goblin. It's like flinging you around everywhere. All right, the next one's going to be Great Dark Spot Excavation, Hacking's Sanctuary, Goblin, Trace Node. Uh, Um, Haginza. Wait a minute, hold on. Great Dark Spot Excavation. Yep. Should be 9 CP. I actually don't know. I don't even think I have it. Hold on, let me see if I can look though. Maybe I have unlocked it, I just haven't picked it up. Great dark spot. I think that's north, if I had to guess. Yeah, okay, it's north. It's right next to Nymph. Like to the left of Nymph. Yeah, it's literally the left of Nymph. Yep. If not, you could put it in your notes. It is 9 CP, so we'll just have to remember to save 9 CP. It is a hold on a second. Yes, Goblin. Okay. The next one's going to be Kazula Farm Cotton Tariff Giant. Yeah, yep, so that'll be like the one next to yep, the giant. The next one will be Costa Farm, which I think we already did that. Maybe Costa Farm Wheat Idle Giant. Oh, okay. Yeah, you might as well just get all those. Insufficient energy. So now this is where I think we have to take a break. Okay. You're like more than a Zerker, yeah. He's not used to it. Yeah, I should probably that would definitely help Felix. Like I got a clip. I got something that was funny. I'm gonna clip it at the certain time. All right, 2:04 is around edit break. Okay. Sounds good. All right. So in 6 minutes. All right. I'll take a break too. Sounds good. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'll put on or no, I'm not gonna put on music. You guys can just enjoy the piece. Yeah, what up, Jimmy? Do I want a life scroll? When do they expire? Isn't it the 16th when they expire? 4 days. Yeah. Or do I want it? And they're probably gonna get rid of them, right? So even if you have them popped like on a character that you don't plan to use, they'll probably disappear. I'm trying to think, am I gonna do any, what am I doing the next couple days? So I'm gonna be bartering, but I'm not doing XP. Gathering, but um the last 3 hours. Uh I would give it to someone that really wants it, I guess. Like I'm not gonna be pushing anything, so 115. Oops. Are we excited for barter change? Yeah. I'm excited to test it, see if it's good or not. Which hopefully it's at least like 3 bill an hour. If it's not 3 bill, I don't know. Knowing them, they'll probably make it like closer to like 200 bill an hour or something. So I guess I'll get this real quick. We get a tap tomorrow. Are you guys excited? I got a hammer. We got 2,500 crons. And we got 130 bill to go buy vendor crons. It's gonna be great. I got it. Awesome. Welcome back. $68. Cool. Do you have a do you have a gourd too? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, now we're at 100. Not bad. All right. So you ready to continue? Okay. So now we are at did you do Northern Plain of Serendia, Heidel, the giant? Okay. Then we got Ancient Fissure Mining, Zinc, and Heidel. And it's gonna be a giant. And then we got Pilgrim Sanctum Humility Excavation, which is an Arihaza. It's gonna be a trace node goblin. Ari Haza. It's called Pilgrim Sanctum Humility Excavation. Should cost 8 CP. It's like, oh yeah, isn't it the one that's like way in the... Wow, I don't even have that node. Dang, I didn't even know that one was as good as it is. Ari Haza. Dang, so it wants you to connect. Yeah, Ari Haza to... Yeah, it's a goblin. Pilgrim. I don't even know if I have the nodes adjacent to it. Pilgrim preview. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo my empire. Um, okay. Then the next one will be Moretti Plantation Wheat. Heidel Giant. They'd be like, oh man, I gotta discover all these nodes. What are these? Yep. Yep. Now. Yep. Yep. And Heidel? Well, so if there isn't, then what we can do is we'll go through each town and we're gonna fire all the ones that are doing absolutely nothing, that are just taking up spots. And then what we'll do once we're done firing is then we'll see if you have any, if you have too much lodging, and then you can like get rid of, and you'll be able to clean up your like towns and like, which could open up more nodes basically, right? Um, okay, next one's gonna be Forest of Seclusion, Lumbering, Maple, Monk's Branch, Velia, a Goblin. Forest of Seclusion. You're like, where is this, monks? All right, the next one's gonna be, oh, Goblin. Because it's pretty far away from Velia, right? So, okay, okay. Then we got Shuriken Iron Mine, Rough Obsidian, Eelton with a giant. Yep, it's a pretty good one because it's like right next to it. You could even grab the no, it's processing. You could also grab the one that's by that Jade one in Neilton. You might as well buy it or get that one too. The Jade one, south. Nope, south. Right there. Yep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. Snowfield, Timber. Let me see which let me see which one this is. Hold on. So that one's gonna be a goblin. Or wait, hold, yeah, goblin. Or wait, no. Nope, hold on. It's gonna be, yeah, it is a goblin. Yep. I think you can, but I'm not 100% sure. Next one's gonna be Southern Kama Mining, Nakor Grana Giant. Okay, and then the next one's going to be um, Gavina Volcano Zone Mining, Arihaza Vanadium, and a goblin. Okay. You might as well grab the other node too. Goblin. Hey Jordan, any tips on making money with training? You catch horse and then you sell to vendor or you imperial to vendor if it's a T6. Um, if it's T7, if it's a rare T, if it's a rare T7 or a rare T8, you keep it, level it overnight. If it's a regular T7, you can sell it or sell it on the market. So you can either market it or imperial it or sell it. There's three options. Um, and then same thing with tier 8s. Tier 8s you would just keep and level overnight. And then you'll either imperial it, sell it to the market, or and breed it. So you always want to breed your tier 8s. I would just watch my training guide. I have like a training guide, beginner to pro training. It'll tell you like how to make money with training. Cool. No, because you can only do that once every 24 hours, I think. Now you could pop it on an alt, right? Enough alchemy. Oh yeah. Yeah. I might do mine like how you did yours. I just yeah. No, I've never done it. Okay. Okay. I would spend your. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, you have two energy. I thought you had 144 energy, but that's your CP. Okay. Um, Pick up that titanium node too. That's like next to that vanadium one, because it wouldn't be bad option to grab that one too. Yep, that's why they're buffing all the other fish spots so people stop going to Velia. They've already done Valencia. I'm literally gonna make a YouTube series where I'm gonna literally test every fishing spot, and I guarantee Velia gets beat, and that's why they're like buffing all these spots. Yeah, like it's so horrible. Yep. Right. All right, let me look and find the next one. All right, the next one's going to be Serendia Shrine Lumbering, Pine Timber Monk's Branch, Glish, and a Goblin. Good old Zarka. Yep, and that'll be from Glish. I think a Goblin. Goblin. Okay. Then the next one's going to be Crescent Mountains Mining, Iron, Sand Grain, and a Giant. Yeah, you might as well pick up both of them up. Yep. And it's because Powder of Darkness is going way up. So, um, let me look real quick. It is Giants. Wait, did you get them from Sandgrain? Yeah, they're both Sandgrain. At least they're back instantly. And if you don't have them, then okay, you do have them. Cool. There we go. Well, you would just that's yeah, that's why I wanted you to write notes down. So if there's workers you're missing, then just whenever you have the time, you can go back and um, get them all. Because I already knew you weren't gonna have like everything, but yeah. All right, the next one's going to be Yiwu Pass Gathering, uh, Dabial Village, a Goblin Viola. Yeah, and a Goblin. Um, It's either that or a trash crate. I think people use them for trash crates. Wildberry. I don't even think I have that node. Wildberry. Yeah, I don't even have that one. That is the next one. All right, next one next one's Medea Shore Mining, Rough Opal, Altanova Giant. Yep. Yep. Uh, oh wow. I just noticed that. Cool. All right, the next one's gonna be Zavir Highlands, Eelton, Honey Node, Giant. Or actually, wait, no, don't do that. Okay, wow, I'm like fucking you up. Um, get rid of the Honey Node and okay, you don't have it. Get rid of that Medea Shore one and get rid of the Yiwu Pass Gathering. At least you don't lose energy when you're like getting rid of these. Yeah, I accidentally scrolled down too far and I was giving you like really bad nodes. My bad. Yep. They're actually speaking. Or no. Yeah, no, yeah. Let me see what time is that. Is around 2:31. So it's been already 2 hours and 30 minutes, Pine. We're getting there. Okay, you got rid of the Yo pass. All right, cool. Um, okay, so all right. Did you grab the pine timber one with that Thuja node? Did you get the node next to it though? So it was like Dorman or the pine. Is there a pine one next to it? Oh wait, that's for um. You could get it if you since it's right next. Right, it's not pine. So the other one would be Kemet Lumber Camp Lumbering, which is a pine one tariff and a goblin. You can get that one if you want, since it's like okay, okay, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of decent like nodes in Duvenkern. Um, so it's called Kemet Lumber Camp Lumbering Pine Timber, Pine Planks. Yeah, and you have to connect that though from Tariff. You're gonna send a Tariff worker there. Uh, yeah, you'll end up getting Castle Ruins though. You can grab that one. And that one I think is a here, wait, let me look real quick. Pretty sure Castle Ruins is a Tariff one. Yeah, it's a Yeah, it's a goblin. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. Do you have Finto Farm potato? Um, okay. Yeah, see, the nice thing is you don't do crates anymore, right? Yeah. Okay. We we'll see. Yeah. Finto Farm and Velia. Do you have that node? It it is a giant. You good? All right, did you do Shakhtar, Wild Slumberine, Musgar, Giant, Pine, Pine Sap, Spirit Leaf? Yeah. And these are gonna be Musgar and Giant. They will eventually be giants. Do you want to put that in? Yep. All right, and then Logia Farm, Potato, Velia, Giant. Okay. And then the next one's going to be Azure Battlefield Mining, Hakinza Giant. Azure Battlefield. It's probably going to be in the top right if I had to guess in the map. Which, if you're getting the, where is it actually? I don't know. Yeah, you go the other way. But is it quicker to connect? Oh, you can connect to that. No, 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 no. Yeah, um, yeah, the canted ring. You have the canted ring? Let me look real quick. So if you get Ethereum Castle, it should get you, I think, over there, right? Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's way cheaper. Okay. Next one's gonna be Shiv Valley, or no, actually, Northern Sand Dune Gathering Arihaza, which is basically that cactus node, which I think you're already connected there, but you need an Arihaza. So you could do like Valencia for now and then just put in your notes Arihaza. Um, yeah, Arihaza Giant. I see it. Uh, uh, yeah, well, you can move your character to that node over there, right? Um, all right. Marok, farming, barley, Duvenkern, goblin. Um, Marok, Marok, Marak, goblin. All right, Shiv Valley Road, lumbering. It's going to be an Odie, a giant, and Thornwood. Wait, yep. Boom, boom, giants. And that's, yep, alchemy. Or timber, I guess. Well, timber. Um, then you got Wind Knolls Perch, Snowfield, and Snowfield. So, I think so. Hold on. Chicken. Yeah, you can get it. Yep. Yeah, chicken meat's good. Yep, you're good. And then the next one's gonna be Snowfield Timber. Wind Knolls Perch, Eelton Goblin. Got a goblin. Okay. And then the next one's gonna be Mancha Forest for Timber Trent and a giant. Mancha Forest. Yep. And a what was it goblin? Or giant. What are you trying to connect? Hmm. You have a Trent worker. Just send him. And then just get a what is it, a giant. Alright. Then we got Bashim Base Iron Sand Grain Bazaar Giant. Bashim Base Mining. And that's yeah. So a lot of the iron nodes are really good because Powder of Darkness is like going way up. So now all the like iron nodes are becoming better. Yep. Giant. And then next is going to be Erdl Farm Date Palm, Valencia City, Giant. And what cooking? Yep. Um, yeah, I think 100% for the Life XP events. The next one's gonna be Bear Riverhead Mining Tin Ore, Calpheon Giant. Bear Riverhead. I think it's like in the middle of like Trent or whatever. Bear Riverhead. Yeah, somewhere over there. And that would be, yeah, and that one's Calpheon and Giant. Yep. And then you got Gavinia Volcano Titanium Arihaza Giant. Or I mean Goblin. Oh, okay, yeah, you already got it. Cool. Uh, maybe. Let me actually look at something. Star Anise. Yeah. It's a goblin. Did you get it? Okay. And then Shakatu Farmland Star Anise, a giant. I think it's with those figs. Giant, yeah. Um, yeah. Like you should be able to see it where you can go to your figs in Shakatu. I don't think you invested though. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Star Anise. Giant. Star Anise, yep. Yo, thank you for the raid, Jimmy. Welcome in. Didn't know till now that you can't use utensils from Academy after graduating. Well, you can still use them, you just can't spam them over 1,000 durability. But yeah, they're basically getting rid of overnight alchemy. They do not like it. All right, we got Northern Wheat Plantation, Wheat Calpheon, Giant. I think you already got that one. Oh, did you graduate, Jimmy? If you graduated, yeah, you can't use them. Cause see, like, look, I didn't graduate, so I'm using them. Ah, he graduated. Damn, that sucks. Well, I mean, all you have to do is what you can still keep your stuff. You just can't use the utensil, the infinite one. Damn, who told you to graduate? What is up with that? Who told Jimmy to graduate? Where? Oh, damn. Yeah, if you would have asked me, if you would have asked me, I would have told you, yeah, don't graduate because it won't let you do the utensils. Do what? Um, for the next node? I believe so, but hold on a second. I need to look at something real quick. Yeah, I would not get this node. Nah. Hmm. I guess you could get it. Fuck it. Sandgrain, Kaposha Gathering, and it's gonna be a goblin. And it's Tef node. Tef. Kaposha Gathering. Yeah, where are you? Kaposha Gathering. Yep, right there. And it is a, yeah, goblin. It's all right, Jimmy. You're only missing like a week. It's all right. It's all good. Because you graduated. All right, how much CP do you have left? Where are we at? 68. So we're taking away 9 of them for that one trace node on the Haka. 68 minus 9. Yeah, 59. Okay. Let's keep going. Next one's going to be Costa Farm Grape Node Olvia Human. Dude. Yep. I have the node. I love it. Because sometimes people randomly push grapes up to like 2,000 and you can just like sell them off. Yeah, it happens occasionally. Yeah, it's like sometimes they will do that. So you gotta like kind of, yeah, it'd be some nice chunk. All right, next one's Kamak Cannon Mining, Vanadium Shakatu. Good old Shakatu. Probably, oh yeah. So north, it's near the Freaky, and it's to the right. Oh, you already, well, you have to invest into it. Yeah, invest it. Yeah, you just gotta get Iris, and then, yep, boom, and yeah, get the Elder Tree for sure. That's a really good one. And then Nutmeg's okay. It's getting better. And then, yeah, the Vanadium one. Star Anise, you don't need to get that. Yeah, Vanadium. There you go. That's a good, nice big old chunk. And those are going to be, let me see here, Elder Tree. Shakatu. It'll be a giant. It'll probably be giants, I think, for both of them, or for all of them. Let me look real quick, actually. Nutmeg. Is that Bizarre Farmland? Or no, it's Iris, right? Shakatu Iris. So that one's a goblin. The Elder Tree's a giant from Shakatu. And then we just did, what did we do? Vanadium. And that one's going to be a giant. Okay. Do you have farms too? Okay, okay, cool. Yeah, if you need some, like, do you want to, you think that's good? And you want to save some and maybe look at lodging and then, okay. So we got Heidel, Northern Heidel Quarry, which I think you already invested in that one, right? What about Imp Cave? Copper, both copper nodes, giants in Velia. Imp Cave. And then you have a Cloud Mushroom, Glish Swamp, or Glish with the giant. And it would be Glish, so you'll want to put that in your note instead of Heidel. Or Goblin. Goblin. Yeah. Okay. And then, all right, and then the next one's gonna be Olive, Olvia, Human, Olive. It's probably like near the grape, I think. The olive. Yeah, I have it. Or no, I don't have it, but where is it? It's because I have crates and shit, so like I don't have a lot of these nodes. Um, Human. What do you do with olives? Olives are like pumpkins. They're basically the same thing for pumpkin. So whatever recipe you use for pumpkin, you can use olives for. And then you have a Puglia cannon, a sand grain with a giant. Let me look real quick. Also, you got to get that crescent shrine. You didn't even get that one. Yeah. Oh, cool. You're already connected. Yep. It's got a boom, and it's a giant. I think I do have that one too. Or maybe not. No, I don't have that one. But yeah, I'm very limited because of crates. I think there's a nutmeg there too, isn't there? Or is it date palm? Yeah, it's date palm. Yeah, you could grab that one too. I have a feeling they're gonna like buff cooking, so these cook nodes. Okay. You like let me look at okay. So let me go look at Land of Morning Light real quick. I just want to like look and kind of like look at your shit. Okay. Trying to think. Okay. Yeah, let me look at your shit. Hold on. Okay, let me see if you're missing anything important. Not really. Yeah, like all the trace stuff. Oh yeah, there's also some nodes you still have to unlock, like Doom Ridges, remember? And yeah. All right, let me look at your Velia. Okay. So there's just like a lot of like nodes where wait, do you have the corn ones in Velia? Right next to the yeah, right there. Do you have both those? Yeah, get those. Um, they're like the worst nodes in the game, but it would be goblins. Okay. Uh, you will do what you do. See how much fish you have. See, I pre-order all my fish, so I'm kind of curious how much fish you have. Yeah, I have almost a million dried fish just from buying. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Calpheon would be the best. Like, yeah, the best. Yep. Okay. Do you want to go through each town and like, um, fire like any lodging or like see what kind of lodging? All right. So, okay, Duvenkroon, you like needed workers there, didn't you? Heidel. So, yeah, yeah. You can, oh, you want to, okay, you want to actually list them instead of just like firing them just to get money. Okay. I think you actually have to go all the way to Heidel to register them. Oh, oh, okay. So, yeah, there you go. Boom, register. And do you have any other Heidel ones? Oh, yeah, you could hire. Do you need to hire any Velia? Oh, yeah. And how many? That's gonna give you two more, right? And then you're still missing four total lodging, or well, four total workers. Yep. I think you needed one goblin though. Yeah, so it'll probably take you a little bit to get all these workers done because you have like zero energy on everyone. Oh, there's a giant. Nice. What gamble gamble? What do you mean? Another human. Just a giant middle finger. Want that goblin or giant? Too bad. Oh, might as well take it and then fire. Or I think you needed a goblin. What was it for though? Was it Star Anise? I think so. Let me look real quick. Star Anise. No, it's a giant. Is it the nutmeg up there? Ah, the nutmeg. Okay, you can use it for nutmeg. Dude, you've been getting boosted on these artisans. So now that you're kind of like I'll be able to leave you off with this, basically, right? You'll know like so basically you'll just like once you get all your workers all set up, then if you have any extras, you can fire or sell them, and then you'll kind of clean up if you have any excess lodging, then you could just get rid of lodging, save more CP. Um, and then you could like start doing trash crates. Just paprika and fortune teller mushrooms. Um, so paprika or mushrooms. That's it. Paprika and mushroom. Yep, that's it. For trash crates. And it's because it's because you can infinitely buy them from a vendor. So you never have to worry about nodes or exactly. It's just infinite. Um, I like Buckbow, but so Valencia to Yuckcho is the most XP. Yeah, those are like old crates too, I think. Like what is the LT? What does that say? 30? And then what's the Timber one say? 20? Oh, okay. Wait, did you recently make these? Oh. So personally, I would do Buckbow just because Yuckjo, you kind of want to just like leave the mats there for the Soul Workshop. The only node where you get more XP from is from the new region. The what is it? This Hakinza Sanctuary, Adania. When you transfer from Adania to Yukjo, it's more XP than Buckbow, but that's the only town. Like I would just do Buckbow because you're gonna make all. Yeah, you just trade wagon them. Do you know how to trade wagon? Well, go to the Yukjo real quick. Yeah, actual. Yep, yep. What? In Yukjo. Oh, no. Transport, send to Buckbow. Look for Buckbow. Bam. And the reason why we're picking Buckbow is because you're gonna make all your trash crates in Calpheon starting out because you're still really low in CP. And from Calpheon to Buckbow is the most XP you can get from Calpheon. And since trash crates are all XP, that's basically why you want to do Buckbow. You could, but Grana's CP is like horrible. Yeah. I will I will probably never do Grana. I might do Grana the forest path wagons, like I might craft those. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have. Yep. The times five. Yep. Yep. Yeah. I can't even process fast enough to even handle money crates. Like P yeah. Yeah, like PA needs to like probably two or three times the processing speed. So then I can like melt through stuff and then I can like because I used to make some in Eelton. Eelton has some good ones too. Those plus five. Yeah. It's like where's the Eelton one? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Because I used to do them in Eelton when I had a lot of money crates. No, it's Camp Balix. Do you see Camp Balix? Yeah, but if you go to Camp Balix, it has a double mineral and then it has a double wood. Or a times five or whatever. But I can't process fast enough to even like handle it. So it is just like pointless. Like basically you can process it. You'll make you can make it's the snowfield metal crates. So with Knockor and Jade. Yeah, just Knockor, yep, and then the Jade. You process those together and heat so you coal you can do steel. Yeah, you can make crates with steel, yep. Or you can use it for um what is it called? They're like called emergency ship repair kits. You can craft those too with steel. But but it's kind of a toxic market. There's like people that have tons of them. Yeah, basically you just gotta roll workers and it'll probably take you longer than a week for sure. Maybe. Um, all right, now skills. Do you know what skills to have for workers? So, okay, so like for nodes, you're gonna want here, go to like one of your workers. Yeah, we'll pick that first worker. Or actually pick a worker where you can reroll a skill. Man, none of these people you can roll skills. Is something bugged? There's no way you can't roll a worker. Up, there's one. I saw one. Up, scroll down a little bit. It was like an OD. Okay. So click on the skill. Or let me see the worker stats. So the worker stats has 109. So he's basically a giant, right? Fatus. So shell people, Fatus, and giants, they're all basically the same thing. You want at least 100 work speed on those. Okay? So he has over 100 work speed. He's solid. You don't really need the 9 extra. 9 does like nothing. Yeah, you can get rid of all your work speed basically. And swap it for like movement speed. So if you wanted to min-max that dude, you could do movement speed and like luck. Like lucky A, lucky B, lucky C. Yeah, it does nothing. Yep. Now click on or go back to that Fatus for a second, and we're gonna cancel it, and then we're gonna go back to Lake Flaunder just to look at it for a second. All right, click on it, click on that. All right, how much workload does it say? Is it 281? Okay, yeah, so the giant, no matter what, you're gonna want him to have like around like 100, 101, basically work speed for the giant. And that's because right now, since that node's 281, it means some people don't have the node. Because I'm pretty sure its max workload is 300 workload. So that just means on NA, there's some players that just don't have that node. So that's why it's 281 workload. If a lot of people have the node, then its workload I'm pretty sure goes to 300. Um, but basically your Fatus that has 100 workload or work speed, He completes that cycle in 3 cycles. Now, if you had a one of those giant or not giants, what are they? The Dokupi looking things? What are those called? The Papu? Yeah, so Dokupi, Papu, and Goblin, those are like all the same thing. And your goal is yeah, and your goal is to aim for like 150. Um, but for example, so 150 work speed, that means the Goblin can complete that 281 in 2 cycles. Okay. It takes the giant 3 cycles. However, the giant gets 60% more materials than the goblin every cycle. So even though the goblin can do that in 2 cycles, um, the giant gets 60% more materials when he like gathers. Um, so yeah. So that's why his work speed's there. But let's pretend you could roll some godly Papu or giant, and you have what 281. So let's pretend you could roll. So technically, you could try to roll, say, a 141 giant. If you could roll a 141, then you could 2 cycle that node. Yeah, 140 work speed. So if you look, yeah, I don't even think it's possible, but maybe it is. I don't even know if I do either. I don't think I do. Now remember, the sheet doesn't count for um, the sheet doesn't count for the skills. So just try to find your biggest like giant on sheet and then look at the skills. Or we'll look at the skills later. I don't think it's possible. So far, the highest I've seen for myself is 100 just on sheet. Trying to see if I have like a 110 or something. I have 100. You can look at like shell people too. I know Papus can be higher than the actual giants. 110. Yeah, I have a 109. Um, yeah, so if you rolled craftsmanship, I'm trying to think how many work speeds you could get. You might be able to cycle it, maybe. But that would be like a godly worker. So there's godly workers in the game. Um, 105. Yeah, I have a couple that are like 106. 108. Ooh. So that's a pretty beast dude right there. Um, but yeah, there's like godly workers where you try to basically get yeah, like the god yeah. Like okay, I found a turtle with 109. Yeah. So, so 109. I'm trying to see if there's anyone past 109. Okay, I don't think so. So then there is so then there's skills, right? So farm knowledge gives you 5 work speed. So let's pretend I have that 109 dude. And there's farm knowledge, which gives 5 work speed, so that'd be plus 5 more, which would bring me up to 114. There's adept worker, which gives plus 2, so that would be plus 116. And then you have like I think it's what is it? Well, yeah, work supervisor A. Um, which is another +3. I don't think it's possible. Even if you had craftsmanship, I don't think it's possible. Maybe maybe it is. There's work supervisor too. I'm trying to think if I have one. I don't think I do. Yeah. But basically there's god workers, and the god skills are Blessed Hand. So if you get Blessed Hand on your like your first skill, when you level up, your character gains luck, right? Right, exactly. Yeah, so like I see your human right now you're looking at. He has craftsmanship. So that's like a god skill. Like craftsmanship's like a god skill. Blessed Hand is a god skill. And there's one that's like movement speed, where you gain movement speed per level. What one's that called? I think it's called like leg work. Yeah. Yeah, so those are like god skills. And it's because they if you get them on the first level or like second level or like even third level, it's like gonna boost your worker really up there. So you remember that one goblin you put on your first node? He had like 19 luck. So look at all your look at your artisan goblins that are level 40 that aren't the god skill. Yeah, that one's the god one. Yeah, so now look at your other ones. Like you see how low the goblins are? 13, 12. Yeah, so he's like a yeah, that one's so that one probably had Blessed Hand on it at like I don't know, maybe like level 30 or something that learned that skill and you re-rolled it off. Those are humans. Yeah. So giant so regular, like think of like an average goblin has like probably like 13 luck or 12 luck. Yeah. Or 12 to 14, I guess, would be like an average luck goblin. Yeah, so he's like above average. He also has Blessed Hand, you see? Yeah, so the earlier he gets it, the more godlike he becomes, basically. Up that, yeah, scroll up a little bit. Hold on. I saw, yep, see? Goblin craftsmanship. So you got, and Blessed. Yeah. Yeah, so that dude's gonna be a fucking beast when he gets to level 40. You're gonna have to like you should name him, rename him and put like God fucking worker. I don't know. Big Dick. Yeah. Big D. So you'll just next time you like once he gets to level 40, then he can roll off those two skills and he'll have way more work speed, which doesn't really do anything for a goblin. Um, but the luck will be nice for the goblin. And so, yeah, basically you're gonna try to look for these god things. Now you know how like you're like hiring workers too? You could try to look on the market for other players that sell workers because a lot of people will just sell their workers and not even look at their skills. And I've bought probably like seven like godlike workers just from people selling them. Like I've bought like five goblins that have had like 20 plus luck. Yeah. Yeah. So you'll want to get all that. Yep. Yeah, so like, whoa, you gotta look at its skills. So as 148 as 12 luck, it's kind of average. And then you could like look at its skills. Does it have any good skills? Not really. It's just kind of like an average goblin. But if you need an artisan goblin in that town, what's the town? Altanova? Name him Alfie for the beast goblin. But your main goal basically is like you want to hit the work speed. So like for goblins, it's 150, Dokkaebi 150, um, and then for giants, it's 100. For humans, it's 100. So 100, that's like your goal basically. The rest will be right. The rest will be movement speed and then luck as well. Lucky A, lucky B, lucky C for all workers that go to nodes. So if you have giants, you want them 100, rest movement speed, rest luck, and then yeah, same thing with goblin 150, rest movement speed, luck. Yeah, yep. And once you get them all to artisan, and then they level up. Also, another tip is workers work faster on like crates or level up quicker on crates. So, for example, say you need, yeah, like if you have like a Calpheon, like if you're doing trash crates in Calpheon, if you need a bunch of Calpheon workers to level up, then you can put them like all on crates and then they will level faster than on nodes. Yeah, cool. Right. Oh yeah, no problem. I enjoyed doing it. It was fun. Oh, did you want to show me your like storage too? Like tell me about your storages. What is this? Like what is Velia? Okay. Nice. You have like a buff storage. Okay. Nice. My 600-day value back. Yeah. A lot of people like that house. Yep. Yep. Okay. Nice. Yeah, they got rid of like all the function clothes. I was actually ups Yeah, like I wish they would have instead of coming out with brand new crystals, I wish they would have just like let us cup the function clothes to our Manos clothes. So then the workshops could have stayed, but it is what it is. Nice. What is this storage? Just like random shit. Firework storage. I do not. What? I've never seen this item. Okay. Was this like an event item or something? All right. It's very interesting. See, I have like a storage too full of like old shit, like old stuff. You got an expired, what is that expired cake? Oh, okay. 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 Same. Nice. Can't ever get those again. So that's cool. I hope PA doesn't like delete like old stuff. Like I still have old Imperials. Yeah, you got old Imperials too. Look at that. Boiled bird eggs. Those like good old 2017 times or whatever. Dang, that's so weird. Oh, I got it. So you were red when you put it in there, basically. You're just like, yep, I'm gonna put the oxide there. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Why isn't your ring done? Because you need Olins. Oh man. I'm sure PA is gonna eventually make it easier because people are gonna like outgear Olins, or maybe they'll come out with Olins 3. Dekia 3. Is that like event fences? Yeah, it'd be like a bonus fence. I have shabby shovels. That's what I found back when I. Nice. Yep, yep, yep. I still have those what are they called? Creamies or something from Bear Hermes. Yep, you do. Yep. Female Kermie. The blood, the paws. Nice. Oh, I didn't actually do that event, but I remember watching like endgame grinders do that. Oh, you have the logging thing too. That voucher is from logging. Yeah, that thing. Oh, we used to get them too. I think there was like a logging event. Yeah, like you basically you would log and you would get all those parchments that would be extra logs. Wait, how much do you have? 1550. Okay. It's really good. It's really valuable. It's like almost sold out. I'm pretty, or I think it was sold out actually. So you can use some in your. Oh yeah, we got to review. We got to go back to your Land of Morning Light um thing. So like what I like to do, I don't know if you want to do this or not, but on Yuckjo. Oh yeah, look at that. All your artisanals are like done. So now we have to pick an item. Oh, there's an artisanal. There you go. If any more up there's yep, you got two more there. I was gonna say like once these guys get done, you're gonna have to pick an item. Okay, does that one not have any? Okay, so you have to pick an item for it to process. And usually what I do is I look at my soul workshop and I look to see like what items do I have the most of? Like yeah, like clay, quartz, like all that stuff. Okay, so you have a lot of chard and you have a lot of what was the other one? So, or yeah, it was the straw, wasn't it? Straw. Um, Now do you have a lot of silk thread or do you have a lot of whatever the other item was? So you didn't have silk thread in there. Yeah, silk thread. Okay, you don't have any, which would be, yeah, you would have to process that or buy it off the market. What's the straw one? So go back to that Yuckcho thing. Yeah, you have a lot of straw. Yeah, so you'll want to pick items to process that will like like consume those just because you have like a shit ton of them. So I think yeah, there was chard, but there was also, yeah, right there, powder rifts. Yeah, because that one's really cheap, right? Powder rifts. So like, yeah, that one's a really, really good one because there's so many rifts in the game and they're really cheap. So like, what I'll do is I like to put a lot of the mats that go into the Soul Workshop like already over at Yuckjo, basically. And my whole Yuckjo storage is like full of like excess mats. So yeah, that's why I don't do crates at all in Yuckjo because I have like no room. Like I have all those like crystals over there or the powders, like rice, barley, silk thread, cotton. Yeah, you could do those as well. Yep, yep. And basically, if your green one gets another artisanal, then you'll just like cancel that and then yes. So these are like money crates. So view one of them as like I mean, because your trading level's like pretty decent, right? It's like master 20 or something. Yeah. So you'll get close to 1 mil per trade item. Well, how many trade items of the things do you have? You have like you want to move them to Valencia. So you'll oh the your so look at the top, go to the top left of your screen and there's a little wagon picture. Do you see the wagon picture? Click on that and that'll tell you. Look, see here, it all they arrived at oh there you go. It's all right, it's all right. Yeah, okay. It's okay. Yeah. So what you could do is you could look at all the items that go into so for example, click on one of the processing things. What I would no, the processing one. Yeah, click on that. And what I would do is on that, so you're on the third one, go to the top or right click the first one. Yeah, right click it. So cotton yarn and then right click the second one. Silk thread. So like these would be items that you could just put into that storage. So then whenever you accumulate all these like items from the green things, then you could swap your items that you're like making basically. Yeah, right. Yeah, and you can like look at all the items. And then you can go to like the second one too and like right click and look at all the see powder burst. Yeah, because basically it's just converting materials that you probably wouldn't do anything with anyways into a item that you just trade to get the silver. Yeah, they're about 1 mil each. Yep, just chilling. Now, you'll want to connect your nodes whenever you want to collect the silver. So just remember that. Like whenever you do decide, oh, I want to go get this silver, you got to connect the nodes. So when you do Buckbow or Yukjo to Valencia, I believe it's like 20 something CP. It's like 21 CP. So why is Rumbling Earthshard going up in price? Because you have a lot of people that are trying to get T9s. And Rumbling Earth, well, actually, there's two reasons. So Rumbling Earthshard goes into, um, it goes into this item, the Krogdala origin. So this is going up, which this is basically T9 clicks. So there's a lot of players that are clicking for T9s. And then you also have, I believe it's called Celerity. I think these use rumbling. Yeah, these use some rumbling. Um, but it's mainly T9s. That's why the rumblings are going up. What, selling your rumbling? Oh, yeah. Yep, I already sold a lot of mine. I bought mine for 3 mil, sold them for 20. Feels good. Yeah. Yeah, you'll be able to get some like side money going. And then if they ever buff stuff, you'll know where your mats are and stuff. Also, if like nodes flood, then you probably don't want those nodes. So let's pretend traces go down to like 30K each for some reason. PA does some sort of like massive supply of traces and they go all the way down to 30K, then all the trace nodes are going to be like worthless. So then you're going to want to like uninvest out of all the trace nodes and move your CP around basically. This guy never struggles. Don't mind me. Straight to the bottom. All right. Well, you ready to do repo for a little bit? Cool. All right, guys. Yeah, no problem. So if you guys like this type of content, if you guys get 100,000 points, you can redeem it, and then I can look at your empire and help you organize your node area, look at your storages, etc. Help you out with workers. And I will be uploading this on YouTube so you guys can rewatch it, and I'll edit it. It'll probably take a couple days if I can find some time to do it. But yeah, we're gonna play Repo now. So I'm trying to decide if I want to stream Repo or not. I might not stream. I might just say see ya and then just like play off stream. It was, yeah, I talked a lot. Yeah, that was literally it. 3 hours and 52 minutes. And now I gotta like try to edit that down into like, holy cow. All right. Yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna end this stream, yeah. Just because I streamed already earlier today. Like I streamed at like 10 in the morning to like 3 p.m. and now I streamed from like midnight to 4. So yeah, I'm gonna hop off, guys. Or at least I'm gonna hop off stream. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for chilling. Thanks for hanging out. And I'm gonna raid you guys to someone. See if we could find someone. Thank you guys for the follows too. I will go through you guys over to I'm gonna go through you guys over to the EU. I call him the EU Blonde Bear. So I'm gonna go raid. He is the EU Blonde Bear, I swear. You guys remember Blonde Bear on NA? He used to grind a bunch. This is the EU Blonde Bear. No, he's not playing old school RuneScape. This is like Blonde Bear's brother, but he lives in EU. and he plays DK, which is different than Bomber. But yeah, you guys have a good one. Peace. All right.